Hello, everyone.
Hey, guys.
Joe here.
Kevin.
All right, this is our penultimate episode.
Yes.
Last week's episode was very short, but I do think it's important.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I saw one of the comments say that, they were watching the show with us, and they were saying that they skip this episode usually during the rewatch, but I do think it is an important episode.
Oh, I do too.
I guess if I was rewatching, maybe, but
there's not a whole lot of information
Yeah.
that's revealed in the episode. It's probably a bit of a bottle-style episode.
Sure.
I doubt we get any of those characters again outside of Harmony, so yeah, I get why you'd skip it. Obviously, there's one big, major revelation there.
Yeah. But as like filmmaking goes, I do think it is a really interesting character study.
Sure.
It really helped us understand Harmony.
Right.
And I do think that mill they were at, I do think that's probably the mill where this all started, right? It didn't have like a real ground zero vibe to it, like where that's the ether mill that what's his name? Kier met whoever,
Right.
you know what I mean? Whether that's true or not, I don't know. We had a conversation about it in the comment section, but it's an important place. I don't think it's a random area.
Well, I think it's an important place largely, and that may be, all of that may be true for sure, but I think the biggest thing is from that place is the revelation that's where Harmony was, and ultimately that's where Severance was created.
Yeah.
That's the big revelation of the episode, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The bombshell is Harmony created Severance. She came up
Yep.
with Severance, and of course the cult stole it
Yeah.
and said, as good loyal cult members, we don't take credit for other things, while they let the Egans completely, let Jamie Egan completely take credit for creating Severance.
It's not your idea, it's our idea.
Yeah, it's not your idea, it's our idea, but ultimately that means it's my idea.
Totally.
And that still kind of puts into doubt what her motivations are, because that explains a lot of her behavior, I feel like, in season 1, right? Like when Petey was going through reintegration, she went and she was the one hunting him. She's the one who went and dug his chip back out of his head and kept his chip without telling
Totally.
the board.
Yeah.
So that really does explain why was so captivated by the Severance procedure, right?
Yeah.
And why she wanted to get back onto the Severance floor. This is all her baby, even though it got ultimately stolen from her. So yeah, we understand her motivation more. And then we get to the end. The other bombshell part of it is Devin does call her, and
Several
she's like,
times.
and it's like, and they actually talk, and she's like, "Put Mark on the phone. Stay where you are. I'm on my way." And it's like, okay, well, now we don't know what we don't know what her plan is.
Yeah.
I thought it was risky and wrong to call her, because she's of her strong buy-in with the religion. But after that last episode, I'm like, I don't know. She may be.
You think her faith is shaken?
Certainly her faith in the company. I don't know if the handbook or whatever, which is basically their Bible.
Yeah.
I don't know where she kind of stands with that, but she seems to be definitely on the outs with all of it, right?
Yes.
So she created Severance. The doctor that's been doing the reintegration with Mark obviously wants to take Lumen down, so we've been on board with her the whole way.
Yeah.
But we don't really know
Where Harmony stands.
Well, we don't know where that lady.
Where she's going. Yeah, okay, yeah.
What she's willing to sacrifice. Does she care if Mark dies? If she gets the answer, Harmony might actually kind of be coming to the rescue of Mark here a little bit.
That's true.
But again, we don't know, because we don't really know where everyone's motivations lie.
My God, I just realized, yeah, you're right. The doctor who's helping Mark, right, or had been helping Mark, it's like she might be like just full blown revenge mode. So she's like, if you die, you die. Like, there's bigger issues here.
Yeah, because she's been pushing it so hard,
Yeah.
right? She's been pushing Mark's reintegration to go faster and faster and faster.
Look at Petey.
Yeah, Petey died, and
Yeah.
she's like, well, I'm better at it now. And so,
Gee, thanks.
and maybe that's true, and maybe it's not. Mark's certainly having problems.
Yeah.
Maybe, since Harmony created the thing, maybe she actually would be, the person to actually be able to help with this.
Yeah.
I don't know. Then again, we don't know if Harmony still deep down just wants the credit to be back in good, because that's where she was earlier in the season.
I don't know.
It's hard to say.
I don't know where she is with her religion. I think that's going to be a big part of it too.
Well, and she kind of got chased off too at the end of the episode, right? She got in the truck, the guy's truck, and took off, and he stayed behind, probably to get tortured and killed. Because he made a comment about that. He's like, "Come and get me," at the end of the episode. So, yeah, they're obviously hot on her heels. So maybe Harmony is on board with taking Lumen ultimately down.
And she got to have a nice human moment there
she
for a
did.
second. I mean, they were on ether, but still.
You're right.
So yeah, we shall see.
Yeah. Plus, it was all child labor stuff. She said she hadn't done it since she was 8 years old, probably working in the factory. So it's nice little details we get about how awful they really are.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go and get started here. Do want to thank all of our Patreon subscribers for being with us. Thank you, guys. A special shout out to our super patrons: NJ, MTC93, Actuarial Looker, Anna, Ballers Foldes, Jeff, Derek Peterson, Yannick from Montreal, Sudu Gundavorapu, Jamie Morgan, Christy Goverston, Diana Perry, Taylor, Andy Schreiber, Trey Contreras, Humain, Wolfgang Wolf, Lindsay Swift, Squick, Sweet Baby Silvernail, Adam Pacio, Matt Tyler, David Adler, Chris O'Donnell, Katie K, Seth Walker, and Doc Cooley. Thank you so much, guys. As always, we're very grateful that you're here watching with us.
Yes, we are. And if you're watching us the first time on YouTube, welcome to our channel. If you mind hitting the like button for us, please leave us a comment down below and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date in the content we've coming your way.
In the description below, you'll see a link to our Patreon page with full-length watch-alongs. We're going to be several episodes ahead on Patreon of where we're on YouTube on Severance.
Yes. Stop it.
Yeah.
We're seeing to Mr. Bailiff.
This is so weird.
How tiny she's cutting this.
It's quite the layer.
I mean, you get the impulse of why she wants to rebel against all of this.
Yeah.
Just like, man, this Helly inside, she was actually enjoying her life more.
Mm-hmm.
In Svalbard, where you will work to steward global reforms.
Global reforms.
But first, lay the game on the table.
It's going to destroy it.
It's probably all she has.
Yeah.
Again.
Interesting that was Egan that she just smashed up.
Mm-hmm.
I saw your innie again at Lumen, and right before I left, we ended up kissing.
It's you. I mean,
yeah, kinda.
How? What the fuck? Like,
he's nicer than you.
this is so many fucking dimensions of fuck.
He reminds me of how you used to.
There you go.
Maybe I go in and I quit and I just end his existence. How about that?
You know, the irony of him being like, I'm just going to go to work and make a paycheck for the family. And it's like, you don't even do that.
Yeah.
You check out.
Yeah, totally.
Or goon. Lumen goon. That's things.
I mean, you're in my house.
Mm-hmm. He's a compelling villain.
That was before. I know now that I was wrong.
Yeah, de-escalate.
Yeah.
Go for a ride with me.
Sure, just let me get my gun really quickly.
Yeah. Wait here. The safe.
It's seriously.
Yes.
It's 9 o'clock.
And?
The numbers aren't moving.
This is so tense.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, because it's jacked up.
Oh, yeah. He's not going to work today.
I'm fine.
All right, where are you?
Honestly, Cobell may have to save his life.
Yep, honestly, probably.
We told her everything. She told us shit. Can't trust her.
I get that impulse, too.
Yeah. I would not be inclined to trust her either.
Mm-mm. So him not showing up for work, do we go find him, or like what?
They can probably track him.
He's department chief.
Dylan is, in Mark's absence.
Kind of like you and Cobell.
You are my subordinate, and this behavior constitutes insubordination.
Yeah, no shit.
I love her.
Yeah.
There's a big
Leave it open.
limit on what they can do to her.
yeah. It's a great shot. He's defeated in his own office.
Yeah.
I never should have come here.
Wait, Gretchen? My life started when you came here.
Oh.
Gretchen G.
Oh my god.
This is really sad.
I made this for you. I can give you a life, please.
How could you give her a life?
Yeah. Is she going to move in?
Yeah. You might like that, actually.
Gretchen.
This is genuinely sad.
Oh. Dylan. It's wild that I like any Dylan, but kind of despise Audi Dylan.
Yeah. Same with Bert, right?
Yeah, and Helly for that matter. I guess.
How are you?
Oh my God, so good.
We're allies now. There's no need to.
Oh, we're allies now. We're not neighbors anymore? Sorry, I guess
I'd be mad at her too.
We don't even know if he's completed the file yet. I assume no.
What file?
Yeah, she needs to start sharing too.
Absolutely not. Do you have any idea how insane she is?
Yes, I do.
Do you know what she did?
Mark?
Yeah. She fakes on my baby.
Yeah.
There is literally no other option than to do what the fuck she says right now for Gemma.
Yeah, thank you, Devin.
Big picture.
She knows where she is, Mark.
God, this is so tense.
It is super tense. I didn't consider that. Yeah, let's lock him out of the building.
If they think he's a real threat, I think it was the data center.
Oh, gotcha. I was like, oh, he's dead now? I was like,
they were always so quick on that. I can never read it.
It's D&D. That's yeah. When did we establish that Irv was the team dad?
I drove people places and asked what happened to them once they got there.
So he was the kidnapper. He probably took Gemma.
I'm sure you know this is very disappointing and reeks of ingratitude.
He's bitten you once.
Anything else?
Keycard.
Oh yeah, that's right. They changed the rules where they can quit now.
I should have facilitated better.
That's enough.
It's empathetic.
Yeah.
Missing in the wind. On what was to be Lumen's finest day.
Someone just throw this guy off a building. He's dangerous.
Yeah. It means eat shit, Mr. Drummond.
Yeah, nice.
Thank you.
That said floor comprises the whole of my jurisdiction. To put that monosyllabically.
Yes. Milchick's a big guy, though.
Yeah,
it's a cool choice. They got a bigger guy, you know.
Yeah, they got a guy actually more intimidating than him.
I was worried about these nosebleeds, so we drove to this clinic out in...
You are a priority employee, and you should be under Lumen care. May I get your exact location?
Say no. No, it's okay.
I'm not sick. I just needed the day, okay?
Okay, good.
Balance?
I mean,
Nice.
Work is just work, right?
This is good.
I love this.
Yeah, I'll be there, I promise.
Good. And thank you for calling.
I love it. Just you know, man, I'm not sick.
I'm just not coming to work today. Oh, okay. Is he trying to get Irving out of town?
I can't know where you get off, and you can never come back to Kier. Do you understand?
Wow.
Won't Lumen come after you?
Tired of being the bad guy.
Bert.
Okay, I thought Bert was
Toast.
doing him in.
We're gonna have like a Sopranos moment there. Drive him off into the woods.
I mean, kinda. Yeah, I thought Bert was gonna take everything to get him killed.
And it sounds like he has before. But I love that
yeah.
when he's like, my life's severed, and hoping I can be innocent again.
I think when he said, "I can't know where you're going," I think he's planning on being tortured to tell.
Yeah. Well, hopefully protect Fields as well, because it sounds like Fields is innocent.
Yeah.
I feel bad for her too.
Yeah.
Let her keep the bus.
There's no telling what they mean by empathy training or whatever. She seems pretty empathetic, and I don't think Lumen's the kind of company that wants empathetic employees.
I think that's
to
her
beat
saying
it out of her.
Her saying "I'm sorry" to Dylan was the sign of that.
I know we only have an episode left. The show seems like it's getting more complicated as we're getting to the end.
It is.
The score has been so tense this whole episode,
It really
hasn't it?
And they legit just waited here the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, we could go like
all
Arby's,
day from the
go
morning.
like an Arby's or something.
Yeah. They sent Dylan back here?
Oh, did they?
I mean, it's the elevator.
That's true.
What the fuck?
Yeah, she doesn't know him.
Yeah.
No, she did. She did talk to him during their overtime.
Brief, yeah.
She's one of James. No one's to know.
She's one of James. That's...
Yeah. That burlap tarp has gotten a lot of use on this show.
I know. Probably smells terrible.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, they know what's up.
Yeah, wait.
What is this?
It's gonna be okay. You want to walk with me? Sorry. Just come with me.
Yeah.
By the way, Cobell's here too, so just stay calm.
It's part of the plan we're
she's
doing.
hiding, right?
You're good.
Even this room's framed like the hallway, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Let me start a fire real quick and stand all dramatic. Ooh. Could have got me. All right. Cool. So,
yeah.
One more week, damn it.
God, that was just tense the entire time.
It's an really good exercise in tension, right?
Yeah, like the score and the way everything was shot and everything was framed. There were close-ups. You know what I mean? Like when we had character interactions, like the camera was in everybody's face for the whole episode, just like Jonathan Demme level tension the whole way through.
Even down to him calling into work, I was like, "Whoa!" You know what I mean? Like it's a really. Oh my God, it's a really fun episode.
Yeah,
like,
no, it was.
I think look, we were kind of stressed the whole time. Like, I'm probably a little sweaty, to be honest with you. But like, I feel like rewatching it, you're just gonna. I mean, like, it's just a ball, probably. Like,
for sure.
Because we're getting closer. People are reaching breaking points.
Yeah, even Milchek is reaching a breaking point. Yeah,
and it's like So I'm assuming in this next episode we're gonna find out what Cold Harbor is. Because we're drawing it out so much. For them to like just draw it out this far, for us to get that close to it, and then just be like, see you next season.
It may be a situation, honestly, and we don't know, right? But where Gemma just walks in the room and the door shuts, and that's like, see you season 3. You know what I mean? With what they did at the end of season 1.
Yeah.
I mean, they put us on the cliffhanger of all cliffhangers at the end of season 1.
It's up there, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like they're going to do it again, right? And it may be Gemma going into Cold Harbor, and that's how the season ends.
That's the thing with like these mystery box shows, right? It's like you got to keep watching, keep going. But and it's like. So Cobell has to know that Gemma's alive.
Yeah, she does. Yeah,
okay,
for sure.
So,
well, he knows she's alive as long as Cold Harbor's not done.
Yes. Yeah, she said that. That's right. Do you have any guesses? Anything at all as to what Cold Harbor could be? Like, outside of what we've already predicted, because we've made several predictions already. Anything from these last few episodes that kind of inform that?
I mean, she's going to die, right? But that does... I feel like...
Well... She could die. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I feel like it could be just the retirement of Gemma the person and her body for other purposes. I'm still going to stick with that because it's my only guess that I have on what because whatever they're doing has to be big, right?
Yeah.
One of the things they're doing, we know, is they want to chip everybody.
Yeah.
They want to control everybody, but that doesn't mean that they want to die. You know what I mean? Because the idea of perpetuity and revolving comes up a lot on this show. So I feel like that both of those things are true, right? I feel like one of the ends they're working towards is how do we get everybody to be part of this collective, and what does that? But we don't know what that end game looks like, right?
I think it's just we make the whole world a cult. You know,
I mean, really, yeah. How do we get everybody in the service of Kier for sure?
Yeah.
Is there a technological way to do it using this process?
Yeah.
Okay, fine, but you have to get everybody chipped. No matter what, they're a million miles away from that, right? Even if that's an ultimate goal, they're people who are walking around like, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, hell no. Yeah.
Exactly. I feel like most of the world is walking around saying, no, I'm good, thanks. I don't need a chip in my head.
It's like, was that Elon Musk that proposed
yes, of course.
the Neuralink or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, nah, I'm good, man. No thanks.
But the other thing is these old people don't want to die, right?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what James Egan figured out at the end.
He said, you tricked me.
Yeah, so I don't know, because, and he said Helly. He didn't say Helena. You tricked me, Helly.
Yeah.
So I don't know what she did. I don't know if there was a point where Helly was it maybe just a conversation? You know what I mean? Where back at the end of season 1, where they talked before, when they were in overtime.
Maybe
that he's finally bringing that up. I don't know.
Is there a chance that somehow she did a little
overtime
swap,
contingency,
and then she's still like her on the outside is any Helly? Is that a possibility?
That's what I was thinking too when he said it. But I was like, well, obviously you need help from somebody, and maybe it did happen, but who helped?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know. Like I mean,
her and Mark spent time together, maybe, but I don't know.
That's a big
ask.
It's a big project,
big
right?
project, and a big omission for us not to see,
right? For us not to see it, and for someone else to have participated in it, but it never get talked about. Probably not. But I don't know. It's hard to say because
did he know that she was outie Helly inside? Like whenever she was pretending to be?
That might have been it too,
okay.
Right? Like he may have just found out somehow that Helena slept with Mark.
Yeah,
which changes a lot of things, I would think, from like what his belief structure is. Although let's face it, he's a cult leader. One of the really nice things that they did in this episode, I thought was really clever, was cult leaders are almost always sexually abusive in nature, right? And when they got to the birthing suite, she's like, it's another one of James. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, so this guy just has girls, pregnant women show up all the time, and it stays off the books because it's all because, like I said, cult leadership is largely about sexual control.
Yeah. It's gross.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that was a really nice touch, I felt like.
Yeah.
The hypocrisy of it.
Right. And it's like, the only thing that I'm like I don't even say certain, but like the thing that I'm like kind of sure of is like I think that the ultimate goal, right, is to turn the world into one big Kier fest. You know what I mean?
For sure, right.
But in terms of Cold Harbor, why Mark is so important to this and how Gemma's connected to it, is it just like flushing out him entirely? I mean, it's because like they're so important, like the two of them, right? It's him, but they also need her.
Yeah, maybe it's a simple fact that whatever he's doing with Cold Harbor, it's because Mark, is so closely intertwined with Gemma so much. I mean, Gemma was selected after a lot of testing, right?
Yeah.
And maybe they found that, like, in order to have the person do whatever the Cold Harbor is going to do, specifically that's going to happen to Gemma,
sure.
It helps at the testing phase or at the development phase if you have someone intimately knowledgeable of the person that it's going to be, the testing is going to be done on, or whatever the process is going to be done on, and maybe that's why it has to be Mark, right?
Yeah,
because Dylan is the most efficient refiner that they've had. We established that early in season 1.
Yeah,
but Dylan's not working on Cold Harbor, just Mark, and only Mark can work on it. And Gemma is the target. So it's just possible that it's just one of those, a simple thing. It's like early days of testing. It's better, it's like a bone marrow transplant, right?
Sure.
The more closely related you are to somebody, the more, the more likely that it's going to take, that it's going to work.
Yeah.
And it might be something like along those lines of, we just need somebody really close to Gemma in this job that can most closely align Gemma with whatever we're going to do with her.
That's good. I like that.
Who knows, right? But
well, the thing is too, like I have full confidence in the show. Obviously, like
sure.
I'm a believer.
Yeah.
I hope this is going to be great. But like, I really hope it's a situation where the writers do have an end game. They know what.
They know,
right? Like they know. They're not just like winging it. Like, we don't know what Cold Harbor is.
No.
Like, we're going to figure it out.
I feel like this show was planned out way in advance because like we know that the early plan was the 3 seasons, right? Mm-hmm. And Apple,
sounds like it could be more.
It sounds like Apple convinced or bought rights or something to increase it to 4, which means they'll just add more detail, space it out, more episodes, draw the mystery out longer. Sure. I'm totally fine with that because it's very capable people working on this show. Mm-hmm. But it sounds like if they had a 3-season map, they they had an outline, right? They know what the end game's going to be. Because let me tell you, this is so intricate. It would be wild if they had no idea where they were actually going, and I don't buy that at all. I think if you go back to season 1, episode 1, where Petey's out and struggling with his, with Severance, and where they're trying to explain to what's going on to Helly when she first wakes up on the table and all that they knew. Right, I don't feel like we have to retcon anything on this show because I think all of the details are adding up to one thing.
Good. It's just because maybe I'm a little burned by Game of Thrones. Like I loved the show in general. You know what I mean? It's just that, like it did feel like that at the end there.
Of course,
we don't really know how we're going to resolve this. Let's keep going.
Sure, absolutely. When you look at like Marvel movies, how many of the after credit sequences were like things that they were like, nah, never mind, we'll just jettison that.
Yeah,
they didn't have a plan. Obnoxiously did not have a plan.
Who played Roy Kent in Ted Lasso?
Brett
Goldstein.
Yeah, Brett Goldstein. Yeah,
he showed up in a post-credit scene. It's like, when is that going to come back?
They've had a ton of them.
Harry Styles was in one.
It's not. Yeah,
we saw that. We watched the Eternals, and we're like, what the heck?
Yeah. So like. That's what it looks like when you don't have a plan, and a lot of not having a plan is we don't know if any of the stuff we're doing is even any good.
Yeah,
that's not this show. I feel like we're not going to have to do any retconning or dropping of storylines where we're just like, well, that didn't pan out, so we're just going to pretend like it didn't happen. I feel like as good as the show was, and it was one of the best shows ever, I feel like The Sopranos sometimes started down some alleys, and then we're like, never mind. You know what I mean?
Sure. I feel like every good show has, I don't want to call it a lull, but they take a step. I mean, I just was telling you about Hannibal earlier, about how there was like 3 episodes of Hannibal where I was like, do I keep going? Because it was getting really bad, and they were really going, I thought they were going to jump the shark. They brought it back home. So you just have to have patience in this kind of situation.
Yeah, and this doesn't seem like the kind of show where they're winging it.
And thank God, because so many shows that go on forever, they just they lose the plot.
Well, sure, yeah. When you get to like The Office, where it's like Steve Carell's quitting, we can still milk this for a couple more seasons, and it won't be bad at all. Well, it was terrible.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think this is one of those shows. Yeah. And really, I feel like most serialized shows, not all, but most serialized shows have some type of way to land the plane, right? Sometimes they don't always do it.
Sure.
Game of Thrones is a serialized show that did not land the plane.
Unfortunately.
I haven't ever watched it, but I'm very familiar with, because everyone's talked about it. How I Met Your Mother. People hated how the show went. I know people who said it ruined the rest of the show for them. Lost, right? We've never watched Lost. We probably will. Sure. A lot of people say it's a really good show, but they didn't really land the plane. I don't know how.
But it's and even The Sopranos, people are mixed on that ending as well.
They were. Yep, that's the one thing I knew going to The Sopranos is a lot of people didn't like the ending. We
haven't talked about that. How did you like the ending, by the way?
I thought it was fine. I wasn't confused by it.
Me too.
Maybe it's just because like that was 25 years ago, and people weren't used to that kind of serialized show.
It's jarring, I guess, but
yeah, for sure. But I feel like I got it pretty easily. You know, it was like,
they talked about it.
I'm not gonna say for people who haven't seen the show, but
it's alluded to in an episode beforehand. Or
I feel like I was like, okay, I get why they did what they did. It didn't bother me in any way, but you and I have also watched a million really, really good serialized shows, and sometimes it's like it's not everything's not all spoon fed for you.
Sure.
You have to do a little work. You have to make some artistic leaps and see where the direction is going and look at motifs that have been happening. I'm like, you do that. I'm like, I don't feel like this was confusing.
Well, people always say in the comments like, you guys are picking up on a lot of stuff. It's like, well, we are literally locked in here.
It's a different kind of watching.
It is. We don't have our phones on our hands. We're 2 guys bouncing ideas off each other while we're
watching. Yeah. People were like, oh, I have family members like, so you just like watch TV? That's what you do? And I'm like,
it's a little deeper than that.
It's a lot deeper than that. I don't lay down on the couch and flip through my phone and get up and get a snack and pause and go to the bathroom. It's like you really actively engage. You buy in and you lock in and you try to grab as much as you can out of it while you go. It's different than just.
It's a different type of watch.
I'm going to sit down and binge The Office again.
We're basically taking notes.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, I'm really excited to see how they close out this season. And of course, there's going to be a million questions before we ever start season 3 that won't be resolved. And I'm totally cool with that. All right, we'll catch you next one, guys. Thanks.
See ya.